Yeah. Hello. Welcome to the session. Today we are going to discuss Aristotle's definition of tragedy and constituent parts of tragedy according to Aristotle. Aristotle considered as the first critic in English literature who has written a book that is Poetics that was written in 335 BC, and it was translated later into English and other languages. So this is what I say Aristotle's actual definition. This is the translation done by Butcher. So the definition says that it is the definition for tragedy, and according to Aristotle there are what I say tragedy is there, comedy is there. So it is what I say dramatic poetry in narration and in action. In narration, that is epic; in action, that can be divided into tragedy and comedy. So this is the definition. Definition says tragedy then is an imitation. Tragedy then is an imitation. So mark the word imitation of an action that is serious. Mark this word action that is serious, complete, and of a certain magnitude. In language embellished with each kind of artistic ornament, several kinds being found in separate parts of the play. So separate parts of the play, mark this word. In the form of action, not of narrative. So it is not of narrative. Through pity and fear, effecting the proper purgation, mark this word, purgation of these emotions. Pity and fear. Okay, when we observe this definition here, while giving the definition to tragedy, Aristotle says that it is an imitation. Imitation in what I say, it is a mimesis. So what imitation actually, what is being imitated? That is action. Action being imitated. Okay, not storytelling just, but it is the action being imitated. With what type of action that is? Action that is serious and complete and of a certain magnitude. So magnitude means it is worth of some serious action, and action itself is incomplete. It shall be beginning, it shall be the continuation, it shall be end. So complete what I say whole spectrum of events can be involved in writing a tragedy. And language is not common language, it is ornamented language. It is what I say, the language which is fit for nobility, which is fit for court. So that type of language one has to use to write tragedy. And after that, what I say, several parts are there in tragedy. Tragedy does not mean it is singular. It is what I say uniform. Means there are several parts together constitute tragedy. So what are those parts we are going to discuss. And next thing, it is not of narrative. So it is tragedy is of narrative. Epic is of narrative. But tragedy is not of narrative. It is action in imitation. So that is what I say the importance of narrative. Next, to pity and fear. These are the two emotions which would be purged with the help of tragedy. So pity and fear is considered as detrimental for what I say emotional health of an individual. So by witnessing a tragedy, an individual shall purge these two emotions. Purging means getting rid of, sending away. So these two emotions shall be what I say purged off. So this is the aim, or this is the goal of the tragedy according to Aristotle. And next, these 6 are constituent parts of a tragedy. Means through these a tragedy can be what I say written, tragedy can be made. So what are they? First one is plot. So plot in general sense we can say what I say it is related to story, a sequence of events. So the sequence of events constitute the plot. So plot is the major what I say portion of a tragedy. And in this one, mythos, ethos, dianoia, lexis, melos, opsis, these are the Greek terms which are related to what I say English terms. So in examination sometimes they ask what I say representative terms in what I say Greek language. So for plot it is mythos. And next, character. So character is ethos. So character is, according to Aristotle, the character means men and women who play the role of various roles in a tragedy. So here hero must be of nobility, hero must be of high order, hero must be of high virtue. So downfall of that hero is a very important part of this tragedy. So important aspect of character deals with higher rungs of the society. Next, thought. Thought means what sort of thinking, what sort of feeling and emotions are involved in tragedy. So representative term in Greek language is dianoia. And next one, diction. Diction is lexis. So diction means language. What type of language we are using in constructing a tragedy, that is important. So here it is given that what is an artistic ornament. So language must be of it must be full of noble words, the words which can fit for generals and kings. So that is what I say diction. Next, song. Song representative word is melos. So song means it may be choric song, like what I say, it consists of music, dance, and all those things. So song is also considered part of tragedy. So in tragedy, there is a place for music, there is a place for dance, there is a place for choral song. The chorus, they inform us the sequence of events which might have happened behind the stage or which cannot be represented on the stage. So in these two instances, chorus actually represent them by narrating the sequence of events or in the form of a song. Next, spectacle. Spectacle is opsis. So relative Greek term is opsis. So spectacle means setting. So with the help of setting, we can understand the magnitude of the atmosphere. Setting creates atmosphere. So through the atmosphere, we can assume the seriousness to the play. And spectacle also involves the dress code, the way of dressing or the changing scenes behind the stage. So that spectacle is also important part of this tragedy. And after all these, we have to understand these important elements of tragedy. One is hubris. Hubris is pride. According to Aristotle, however noble the hero might be in the tragedy, that hero must have one weakness in his life or in his character. Probably that would be the pride. So pride is considered as important sin which would be punished by gods. So for the downfall of that hero, pride would become a reason. So in Greek, that is called hubris. And hamartia is tragic flaw. Tragic flaw. This flaw is the part of character of the hero. So hero with hundreds and hundreds of wonderful elements in the character, but he would be lacking in one single aspect. So that would be the reason, that weakness, that flaw, that mistake would be the reason for his downfall. So that tragic flaw may be his pride, maybe his sense of indecision, or maybe taking wrong decision, maybe judging the people in a wrong way. So that is a hamartia. Next, peripetia. Peripetia means when a hero commits hamartia, with the help of hamartia, commits a mistake that leads to the reversal of the situation. Reversal of the situation means until then the entire plot is moving, the life of the hero would be moving on smooth plane. So when he commits tragic flaw, then entirely his life or the plot, the sequence of plot would become upside down. So that is peripetia. Later, the important element of the tragedy is anagnorisis. Anagnorisis is nothing but revelation. So who is the reason for that reversal of the situation? So after searching, after finding, after pursuing the cause, hero comes to know, and men and women comes to know that the reason for the downfall or reason for the reversal of the situation, so that reason would be the result of hamartia. So after finding anagnosis, time may not allow for the hero of the tragedy, the protagonist of the tragedy, to correct all those things. So when situations do not favor, when time does not allow him, that results in his downfall. So that is tragedy. So this is what I say definition. These are the constituent parts. These are the important elements of tragedy. Thank you very much.